So in this video, I'm going to try to answer the question, how much does it cost to live here in Medellin, Colombia? Because I think that's pretty popular. And so we're going to start off with the first expense, which is food. And when I say food, I mean eating out. And so for a whole month, I would say for the average foreigner living down here, for a whole month, you're probably going to spend around $300 US, which is around $10 a day. And how I came about that number is that most foreigners, I would say, that are living here aren't eating breakfast, and for a number of reasons. One, Colombian breakfast is not the best. Two, they don't have as many American breakfast spots here. They do have a few, but just not a lot. And three, if you're retired or you're out here just living it up, you're probably not getting up early, you're probably sleeping in. So, you know, breakfast is probably not on your mind, which leaves us with lunch and dinner. And an average Colombian meal here for lunch, I would say, is around $3. And then for dinner, you know, if you want to eat out or if you want to order delivery, I would say you're going to spend around, you know, $6, $7, $8, somewhere around there, you know, 20 to 26,000 pesos. Now, I do understand that some people, because of their lifestyle, they may eat out all day, every day, and then vice versa. There'll probably be some people who prefer to cook more. But I think just on average, $10 a day, you know, $300 for the month is reasonable. So following food, I'm gonna do groceries, which is gonna be the next expense. Now keep in mind that if you're eating out twice a day, every day, you're probably not gonna spend that much on groceries. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to include that as well. And for a whole month, I would say on average, you'll probably spend around $100 on groceries, which is $25 a week, which is 80,000 pesos a week. It's a lot. So I would say $100 a month for on groceries for one person is just about right. This next expense is going to be nightlife, and I would say for a month on average, you'll probably spend around $100. Now, how I got this number is that partying in Medellin is not that expensive. If you go to the club, I would say for a bottle, it can range anywhere from $20 to $60, depending on the size and if it's local liquor or not, which you'll probably be splitting with other people. But the second point I think is the most important. Remember, this video is about the cost of living here. So when you first get to Medellin, you'll probably be doing a lot of partying, spending a lot of money. But as you start to live here, that's gonna get old. And so your Fridays and Saturday nights, instead of partying, getting wasted every weekend, will turn into, you know, you hitting up some friends, going to the bar, grabbing some drinks and chilling and just watching the game. Or if you meet a little something, y'all two go on a date, which is like, you know, movie tickets like $3 or something like that. Or, you know, she comes over to the house, she cooks, and then y'all Netflix and chill. So nightlife here, as you start to live here, will not be that expensive. This next expense is going to be transportation. Now, local transportation is cheap. You know, a public bus is around 60 cents one way. Metro's around 80 cents one way. But I would say the majority of the foreigners living here will probably be using Ubers or taxis, which in my opinion, one way are around $3. So if we do the math for this, let's say every day for a whole month, you go somewhere and you come back in an Uber or a taxi. So that's $6 a day, 30 days in a month. So for the whole month for transportation is around $180. And so just to make math easier, we'll round up to 200. So transportation costs for the whole month, I would say on average is $200. After transportation, the next expense is going to be miscellaneous. And I would say this is around $200 a month. This can be anything else that I didn't already talk about. So like, for example, health insurance. I'm not too familiar with health insurance prices. So you can throw this in miscellaneous, or you can have your own separate expense for this. Or if you're into like shopping or something like that, that can be miscellaneous. But if we add up all the expenses that I've talked about so far, food 300, groceries 100, nightlife 100, transportation 200, miscellaneous 200, that leaves us with $900 for the month. Now, the determining factor of your cost of living here in Medellin, I would say, is going to be how much you pay for lodging. So what you want to do is, whatever your budget is for lodging, you add it to this number, which is 900. So if you're like, yo, I want to come down to Medellin and only spend $500 for apartment. Well, $500 plus $900 is $1,400, which will be your estimated cost of living here in Medellin. If you plan on spending, for whatever reason, $1,000 in an apartment, you know, 1,000 plus 900 is 1,900. So close to $2,000 is going to be your estimated cost of living. Now, keep in mind, I understand that, at least in my opinion, a lot of these numbers are inflated, I believe. And I'm sure there's some people who are probably living here watching this like, bro, I spend way less than that a month. And I understand, I'm one of them. I don't spend this much money a month in Medellin. But I think it's better to overestimate. So just to be on the safe side, again, whatever your budget is for an apartment, add it to this 900 number. And I think that should give you a good indication of how much you'll spend a month in Medellin. So yeah, I think this is the best way I can answer the question, how much does it cost to live in Medellin? So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I hope it has helped somebody, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Deuces.